It is time for sport now. Here's Jeff. What have we got?
Carol, thank you very much. Well, we'll start with football, which, of course, at the moment isn't being watched by too many fans. Now, you might think that would make life easier for referees, but, of course, there are still plenty of players around to dish out abuse. The Sunderland Referees Association is the biggest in the country, with more than 180 members. And next weekend, one of them will be leading the teams out at Wembley. In training for the big day, working out at the Nissan Sports Ground in Washington, where Rebecca Welch kicked off her football career, before the chat which changed her life.
One of my really good friends was a referee, so I had a conversation with her one day. She said, well, if you think it's that easy, then get yourself into it, and that's kind of where it come from. So got a lot to be thankful for her for. Went to Durham FA, did the course, and the rest is history really. 10 years later, here I am.
And where Rebecca will be on Saturday is at Wembley for the Community Shield. She's been there before for the Women's FA Cup final of 2017, just one of a number of golden graduates from the Sunderland Referees Association. The current chairman is Jeff Eltringham, a regular on the Football League circuit. Probably the best known is Michael Oliver, 10 years on the Premier League list. In fact, the last 3 years has seen a string of top appointments going to members of the association. The current president enjoyed 17 years at the top of the game, and he thinks the success of the current breed is encouraging others to give it a go.
I watch them and think, well, if they can do it, I can do it. But you've got to be dedicated. You've got to really put your heart and soul into it at the expense probably of family. But now it's full time. I mean, if you make it, whereas in my day, you also had a job.
At any level, though, being out in the middle can be quite lonely.
There's possibly managers, coaches, and in the younger age groups, parents need a little bit educating, possibly on how to appreciate the efforts of the younger referees. They have, after all, got to start somewhere.
For Rebecca, who's now been on FIFA's international list for 5 years, the hope is that career path will lead to the European Championships in England in 2022. By then, fingers crossed, the fans will be back.
It is probably a little bit easier for us as referees, but if someone asks us the question, do you want the fans to stay away, then absolutely not. It creates part of the atmosphere on the day, and when you walk out at 35,000, which is no doubt what would have been there at this occasion, then they are a massive miss. But I guess the times we're living in, we have to do everything that's practically safe.